Many centuries ago, Alexander the Great made a decision to visit a philosopher named Diogenes, residing in the city of Corinth. During that era, numerous philosophers and statesmen eagerly sought an audience with the revered Macedonian king. However, Diogenes displayed no interest whatsoever, and instead found solace in reclining within his barrel, surrounded by his loyal companions, his dogs. It was perhaps his unwavering indifference that piqued Alexander's curiosity about this philosopher. When Alexander sought him out in the outskirts of Corinth, he discovered Diogenes basking in the sunlight. The king greeted him and inquired, "Is there anything I can do for you?" To which the cynic philosopher replied, "Yes, please step aside a little and allow me to enjoy the sun." This audacious and aloof response from Diogenes greatly impressed Alexander the Great, especially considering his own esteemed stature. Shortly thereafter, Alexander addressed his followers, remarking, "Truly, if I were not Alexander, I would wish to be Diogenes." By disregarding Alexander's status and wealth, Diogenes upheld his independence and authenticity. In the presence of the mighty king, his demeanor remained unchanged. Unlike many others, he neither sought approval nor feared disapproval. Thus, despite Alexander the Great's unrivaled power, he held no sway over Diogenes. Why? Indifference. Diogenes simply did not care. As a result, nobody could influence him. Indifference is often perceived as a negative trait, associated with a lack of empathy or concern for others. However, as demonstrated in this essay, indifference can be a potent and adaptable tool. This video delves into the power of indifference, uncovering 5 advantages of embracing it. 1. Freedom and authenticity. The majority of people are like sheep, conforming to the herd, emulating the behavior of others, and following predetermined paths. This approach is not inherently wrong, as it offers security and a sense of belonging. Moreover, it shields individuals from criticism and rejection by the masses. Nevertheless, those who dare to deviate from this course risk being criticized, mocked, or even cast aside. People are generally anything but indifferent to the opinions of others and how they are perceived. They fear not fitting in, being rejected, or falling behind. However, philosophers like Arthur Schopenhauer and the Stoics have emphasized that the opinions of others are not as significant as we often believe. If we desire to pursue our dreams or project a persona that aligns with our true selves, we must be indifferent to certain societal conventions and the judgments of others. In terms of freedom and authenticity, the power of indifference lies in the freedom we gain by staying true to ourselves and not relying on others' opinions. This allows us to pursue our dreams and live authentically, even if it means diverging from societal norms. 2. Emotional resilience is a crucial aspect of life that the Stoics understood well. A memorable incident took place in the ancient Greek city of Nicopolis, when a concerned man sought guidance from Epictetus, fearing for his safety and uncertain about the emperor's intentions. The man dreaded the possibility of imprisonment or exile from Rome. However, Epictetus imparted a powerful lesson. Events outside our control should not dictate our emotional state. Instead, he emphasized that our will and attitude towards these events are the only aspects within our realm of influence. This understanding holds great significance because, according to the Stoics, our perception of circumstances is shaped by our thoughts. The quality of our thoughts determines how we handle adversity. Epictetus emphasized the importance of showing contempt for things we cannot control, while cherishing and nurturing our ability to choose our opinions, pursuits, and actions. Indifference toward uncontrollable factors eliminates the fuel that disrupts our emotional well-being. Therefore, if we find ourselves in prison, we accept it for what it is. The Stoic art of indifference toward external factors lies in pursuing what is beneficial and avoiding what is harmful in any situation, all while maintaining our equanimity independent of these external circumstances. 3. Improved performance. Once upon a time in ancient China, there was a determined young woman who eagerly took part in an archery competition. Her trembling hands betrayed her nervousness, yet she remained resolute in her desire to triumph in the tournament. knowing that the prize money at stake could mean the survival of her family. Sadly, her performance was far from impressive. Crushed by her defeat, she lamented, "During practice, I hardly ever miss the mark. But in competition, I seem to miss everything." The young woman's anxiety during tournaments hindered her from achieving victory, despite possessing the necessary skills. Her fixation on the competition's outcome, driven by the urgent need to secure the prize money for her family's well-being, overshadowed her abilities. We often experience an overwhelming desire, even desperation, to attain a particular outcome, which in turn evokes anxiety. Thoughts like, "What if I fail to win and obtain the prize money? What will become of my family? I must emerge victorious. Losing is not an option." These thoughts gradually create immense pressure, causing our performance to crumble. Instead of fully immersing ourselves in the present moment and performing at our best, we nervously strive to excel, constantly fixating on future events. By cultivating a sense of indifference towards external events, we create a space free from anxiety, allowing us to be fully present and savor the act of doing, rather than fixating on the outcome. In doing so, we unlock inner peace, minimize the risk of emotional distress, and ultimately excel in various circumstances. 4. The pursuit of contentment. In a captivating tale of minimalism, a Taoist sage named Zhu Yu once sat peacefully by the riverside, rejecting the opportunity to ascend the throne of a vast kingdom. His reasoning was profound. He believed that the grandeur and extravagance of ruling over all under heaven would only complicate his life and disturb his inner serenity. Zhu Yu's indifference towards the allure of power, an aspiration that many fervently chase after, stemmed from his longing for a life filled with modest pleasures and genuine contentment. As a follower of Taoism, Zhu Yu embraced the philosophy that the pursuit of power and wealth would merely muddle his existence, overshadowing the tranquility he sought. In essence, he cherished the value of affordable contentment, savoring the simplicity of life's pleasures, rather than being entangled in material possessions and societal status. This perspective extends beyond Taoism's teachings, finding resonance in the ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus's beliefs. Both Zhu Yu and Epicurus share a common goal: contentment, a state of tranquil harmony known as ataraxia. Consequently, the fewer desires we harbor, the easier it becomes to find satisfaction. Conversely, a bottomless pit of desires renders satisfaction nearly unattainable. Thus, the question arises, which path is the most sustainable and accessible? Indifference towards hollow pleasures, such as excessive wealth and power, grants us the invaluable opportunity to discover contentment in simplicity, cherishing the modest pleasures that life presents. 5. The power of rationality. When we cultivate indifference towards our emotional states and biases, our ability to analyze situations and make objective decisions is greatly enhanced. Freed from the influence of our feelings and preconceptions, we can base our judgments on facts and logic rather than succumbing to emotional sway. Our biases and emotional states often cloud our judgment, leading us astray from rational and objective decision-making and instead guiding us towards choices driven by desires or emotions, which may not serve our best interests. By embracing indifference, we shield ourselves from the pitfalls of misguided decision-making. Our emotions and biases lose their hold over us, allowing us to navigate circumstances with clarity and objectivity. In this state of rational detachment, we ensure that our choices align with the true essence of the situation, unclouded by personal inclinations. In the pursuit of rationality, indifference becomes our greatest ally, empowering us to make sound decisions that lead us towards favorable outcomes. Thank you for watching.